I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Well, hello and welcome. You know, I think it was just last night, Kate and I were talking after the show, either last night or the night before. Had to be last night, because last night was the first night back. We were talking about this show and the new show that's getting ready to start up here in a couple of weeks. And we were talking about perception is reality. And Kate's like, well, you know, you like doing perception is reality, and you'll like the other show better because it's edited and you're able to make it more pristine. And I had just told her that I was like, well, you know, I've really kind of grown to like doing the live stuff too. And then shit like this happens where, like, literally right before I go live, my main computer cuts out on me. The mouse isn't charged up. I can't get the keyboard to work. I can't get anything to come on. Thank God I have a plethora of other ways to access the system. So it was just like, it was just too good to be true, because I was just thinking, like, you know, if this was the other show that we're going to be doing in a couple of weeks, the Bilbrey and Clark show, you would never know any of this because we would have cut all of this nonsense out and it would be pristine. So it is what it is. But, you know, it's kind of like thinking on your feet and kind of, you know, learning to adapt and overcome. You know, I kind of like that. So we are where we are. One of our guests that's going to be on the show isn't even here. I don't know what's happening. It's total chaos, but we will make it through. It is the 512th episode of the Political Spotlight. I am your host, Kristopher H. Bilbrey. Producer Kate is down below doing what she can do to make things best. And look, it's not her or anyone else's fault. It's all my stuff. It's all my chaos. So it is what it is. Well, the guest isn't here. The guest, I'll blame that on Katherine, but we'll deal with that in a moment. Hey, before I bring Katherine up and start griping at her and doing all of that, we get into the show. I do need to make one brief, quick Muncie announcement. Tonight's show is going to be Madison County oriented. And believe it or not, we're going to be talking about water again. I kind of thought that we had talked about all that there is to talk about in Madison County about water, but apparently there's still more. But before we get there, I do have to say, I put this out on social media earlier. Tomorrow, big announcement. Tomorrow, there will be a press conference at 3 p.m. on the Muncie City Hall steps. I guess he's going for the dramatic side or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know really what he's doing. but it's going to be on the steps of City Hall. I think he thinks we're in Chicago or something. So I will be there, and I will be prepared. I have some questions. There are some things that have cropped up that I am really interested to know, and I'm just going to give you a quick, just a brief synopsis of what those are. There are two things that I'm very interested to know. Number one, we have the same 9 council members right now that we had this time last year. And those 9 council members last year voted in whatever way they voted to unfund the deputy mayor's position. They voted to unfund the communications director's position, and they voted to unfund the deputy controller's position. Mayor Ridenour then got busy, and he gave his deputy his deputy mayor, he got him a job as HR director of the Muncie Sanitation District. So that's that. And then the two others, the communications director, Amber Green, and the deputy controller, Matt Wegley, they retained their positions. They just weren't paid with the general fund. They were paid out of the mayor's edit fund. Well, I'm hearing gossip that these two positions, Matt Wegley's and Amber Green's positions, are now this year going to be funded back in the general, under the general fund. My question is, how does that happen? Why is that happening? I mean, whatever. In order for that to happen, at least 2 of the people that voted last year to unfund them would have to vote to fund it. And I'm assuming those 2 people would be Jerry Dishman and Brandon Garrett. So they're going to have a lot to say. Also, as it relates to Muncie's budget situation, I sent an email out asking for the draft budget ahead of tomorrow's press conference. Of course, I have not got a response back from the controller. That's just the way it goes. I will try to get a copy of that tomorrow. But I did ask the council if they were going to have finance committee meetings ahead of the final vote, because Mayor Ridenour is unveiling his budget apparently tomorrow. It's going to go before the council in September's council meeting, and then they have to have it voted on before November 1st. I got back from the council. The finance committee meetings will be held on the 2026 budget process. It will be held on Wednesday, September 3rd, Friday, September 5th, Tuesday, September 9th, and Tuesday, September 23rd. All meetings will be held in the auditorium on the first floor of City Hall and will begin at 6 p.m. Doors will be open to the public at 5:45. The meetings are open to the public. However, they are making a great big announcement of this. They will not allow public comment like the council before them did, which I think is extremely ignorant. They're saying the time that the public will be able to comment will be during the public hearing before the vote on September 8th, which, that's fine and dandy. But when they're having meetings after the 8th, on the 9th and the 23rd, it's wrong that they're not allowing public comment during those meetings. I'm just going to say it. So that's that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We will have a lot to say about this tomorrow evening, so be tuned to my Facebook page, to the Kristopher H. Bilbrey Facebook page, to the Political Spotlight Facebook page, and to my Twitter account. All day tomorrow, we will get information to you, and then we will have a big show tomorrow on all of that. So that's that. That's the big Muncie announcement. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring up our guests, and we will get them on. Contributing correspondent, Dr. Katherine Callahan. She's joining us here. And then our other guest who was here is all of a sudden not here again. So I don't know what's up with that.
Well, I can't see her.
She was here, but she's not now.
Okay. Well, Kate's working with her.
Okay.
So,
amazing.
I got more and more information.
Okay, it says she's entered, and it looks like she's coming on here now. There we go.
Sorry.
You're all right. It's a tech issue kind of night.
Oh my goodness.
Well, why don't we start, Kristopher, and ask Lisa a couple questions? I think Lisa, I don't know if she has
Ask away,
respect.
because I have no clue what's
I don't
going
know
on.
if she has respect for me, but I think Lisa can now honestly say in her heart that Katherine actually has a job.
She does.
I'm very busy at my job.
She is very busy.
And,
very busy.
So, and then Lisa got a good taste tonight. She was getting calls all day. And where did you end up after 5 o'clock today?
I ended up at the Alexandria Mobile Home Park behind Pizza King, delivering water.
That's where my mom always told me I would end up too. Go ahead.
But yeah, which I have to give kudos to Mayor Nasal Road and Sarah Collins. They did take out some water, and they took out 5-gallon buckets for them to get water from a spigot.
Wait, what are we talking about? What happened?
So the city turned off the water at the mobile home park.
Why?
Because they were behind almost $87,000 in a back water bill, and that's been going on.
Who's behind?
The company that owns it. I had off the top of my head, I had it written down, but it's in the other room.
Holy shit! Wait. So
okay. So a couple actually owns it. They live in Utah.
Okay.
And then they hired this company, this property management company that is in Arizona to manage this property. And so these people, there's one meter for the entire place. So for the entire mobile home park.
How many trailers are there?
There's about between 21, 25.
Okay, so we're talking about 25 some mobile homes.
Right.
You could have 1, 2, 3, 4 people living in each trailer. And so these
there
people
was a family of 5 out there. So I mean, there was a family of 5.
So they've been paying their bills. They've been paying their bills this whole time, but it's been the company that hasn't paid the city of Alexandria.
Correct.
Wow.
Well, let me read this. Let me read this real quick from a resident, and then Lisa can fill in the blanks. This resident reached out to me on June 26th. We've been trying to cover it. Lisa's been trying to cover it. We've been going back and forth. She said, "Good evening. I follow what you post. Hopefully you can help. In the trailer park behind Subway, they practically have abandoned us. We have no manager on premises. If we need to call someone, we have to call a call center. The grass was over chest high in the park. They came one day and chopped it down in places, but looks like crap. We have broken water pipes, construction trash, just thrown anywhere. We can't get much help. I have called building commissioner. He came out and he called the call center. Other people in the park has called the board of health and the mayor. If you report it, please don't use my name." I said, "Now, where is this at?" And she said, "It's the trailer park on 9 by McDonald's." Now, this is in Alexandria, everybody. And she said, so I asked her some questions. She says, "We have reached out to everyone, the health department, the mayor, but nobody wants to help us. I'm in my yard right now. There is a water leak spraying that I can see. I told them in March about it, but now the manager over the park by phone does not respond to text messages or any emails or anything." So these guys have been following us and they've been watching this. They appreciate that we have been bringing light to this, but they're basically stuck. Now, and here's the thing. They sent this. Kristopher, you might want to put this up. You might find this interesting. So this is the company. I'm going to send it to you, Kristopher. It was sent to me. And supposedly these people still own this. Now, one thing I did learn is you have to, when it's a trailer park, you have to file a complaint with a trailer park. Like it sits under a different jurisdiction. So now the health department's like, yeah, we don't have anything to do with it. And then the mayor like, yeah, that's private property. We won't have anything to do with it. For Madison County residents who are watching, this is like Bingham Square on steroids.
Yeah.
Health department didn't want to get involved with that. That's private property. It's owned by so-and-so. Listen, people, you run for election. You volunteer for this. You're supposed to serve the people. You don't get to serve the people here, and you get to serve the people here, but the people who all need you, you're not serving. That needs to stop. It needs to stop. So you took some water out. Great. I applaud you. Thank you for taking that water out. But you know what? This has been a problem for 2 years. Your residents are paying a water bill. They're paying a water bill.
I think this company has owned this mobile home park for many years. So, and it's
so the question is why haven't they been telling these people every month? Now you guys are paying your water bill, but we want you to know we're going to shut it off because this has been going on for a couple of years. And this is what the problem is: the lack of communication, the lack of transparency is a problem. I don't know if I was the city, I'd be pulling it on blast. I really don't care at this point. But then everybody knows I put it on blast. But you can take it from there, Lisa. I was just trying to help out. I do want to tell you, Lisa, before you you go your way, that this is what they're saying about you at the trailer park.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The health department's supposed to be coming out tomorrow morning. They're going to try to be out there. The public is, right? But they want you to know Lisa has been an angel. She brought us water. So I want you to know that your deeds are not going overlooked.
Well, I appreciate that. It's just, it's ridiculous that these people have to fucking do this. It's
Wait. So when was the water shut off?
Today.
Okay.
Today's probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Is there a is there a timeline for getting the water turned back on?
Not that I know of until the bill's paid.
And is that what the city is saying?
Yes.
So the water is off for the people that live out there, and the city, the mayor who was out there, the mayor and Darcy and all of them are saying, well, we know this is a problem, but we're not doing anything until what? How much money did you say?
Almost $87,000. Okay, so this company had made a payment in January of $2,000.
Okay.
There was supposed to have been an agreement that between the city and the company, and the company just said, no, we don't agree to it. So nothing's been done since. And this was in January, maybe April, something like that. And when the agreement was, offered. And so my question is, why hasn't the city attorney done something about it? I mean, that's what we pay them tens of thousands of dollars to do, is to represent our town and to take care of things like this. So, where are they at?
Why can Rachel just ask a really good question down here? Why can the people not go get the water in their own names?
No, because there's only one meter.
And can they not pay to have that changed?
The company should, yeah. I don't think it should be the responsibility, because they just rent the trailers. They don't rent the properties. I don't think. I don't know. I have to go out and ask, but I don't. That costs a lot of money.
Wow.
So I mean, you think that these people don't have the money to go get a new water line put in? I mean, a lot of them are on fixed income. One's a retired Marine. There's a family of 5. They're all out there. So one lady said that the first lady that I talked to, that I did the live with, she said there was not one person that pays like $1,000 for one of those trailers, and then one for $900. So I had went on this company's website and I looked to see if they had anything local here, and they had some in Anderson that were like $1,200, $1,500 for these trailers that were not worth $400. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And these people
So,
they're paying their bills, and they're working their asses off. Like I said, two of them at a time, trying to make it work, and they can't. And now their water's off. Like, how fair is that?
yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I think the city needs to the city needs to answer for how did this get so far behind? Like, were they sending notices to this company? Look, at the end of the day, because here's the deal: this is a story that the Indianapolis news stations get involved in, and this is going to turn out to be a big issue. And there will be a bad guy at the end of this. Now, I mean, I'm saying it's not the city's not the bad guy here. The bad guy is the company.
Right. I agree.
The city's gonna have to work to assist the people who are the victims in this, specifically the victims who were doing what they're supposed to be doing, and all of a sudden they wake up, today and they're screwed. Now, thank God it's cool, it's cooled off from what it has been, but this is a big problem.
And there was one lady that said, people are still at work. Some people are still at work. They don't even know that their water's off. So they're going to get home and they're going to have 5 cases or 6 cases of water on their front doorsteps.
Stumblefoot. Ah, God. Yeah, I tell you.
I'm trying to find the newspaper article that talks about this. I know I've sent it somewhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And, and some of the residents, they helped me, take it to the other homes, which I was really grateful for. I really appreciated that, but I made 3 trips to the dollar store in my little Ford Ranger.
Yeah. And Tommy's saying a local church has offered its shower facilities for people in the area.
Nah, they have.
So that's good to know.
I did hear that.
And this is what's going to have to happen. I mean, the community is going to have to pull together and help each other, because this is obviously not a problem that's going to be fixed tomorrow.
Right.
It's probably not going to be fixed in the next 2 or 3 days.
Well,
I mean, it's going to be a problem for a while.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. The city might have it in their heart to maybe turn it back on because they, don't want to look like the bad guy. Like
I would hope.
Why can't the city, these people have been paying their water bills, why can't the city just have them pay them directly moving forward, and then they'll have to go collect the money from those people?
Well, and see, I don't know if they can do that, but okay, so this is kind of what that's a good question, because the lady that I spoke to at the beginning, she had said that her water bill was like at $55, $60, something like that. And then it jumped to like over $100 from last month to this month. So I don't know if they're getting separate water bills or if the company is like putting it on their bill or whatever that they send them for the month for their.
What is this?
Stuff. I don't know.
What is this thing that you've sent me, Catherine? This thing, is this the company?
That's supposed to be the company that's responsible for this.
And so that's their phone number there?
In Arizona?
Yeah, do you want to call it?
It's got a 765 number. So it's definitely not in Arizona.
Maybe they've got a local number.
So do we know the name of the company?
Can you hold on a minute so I can...
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
All right. I'll be right back.
Yep, you're fine.
All right. Here's it's too blurry. I can't.
What are you talking about?
So they wrote an article, the BOW votes to proceed with water disconnection process. Trying to find it. I sent it to Lisa. Let me see here. When it did it, I didn't really post about like this article because I left that for them. I try to give I'd be posting all the time.
Yeah.
So let me see here. Yeah, so I got to find it. That one's too blurry. Somebody sent me the thing, but it's too blurry to read it. And I can't get the Alexandria Tribune to come up.
Hold on, I got it here. It is mobile home park is owned by Mike and Kara Alaya, Alayara.
Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get this typed up here. Say it again. Mike.
It's Mike and Kara, Kara. Last name is Ayala of Utah.
Ayala.
Correct. Of Utah. And then it's managed by Park Place Communities, LLC of Arizona.
Park Place Communities.
LLC of Arizona. It says the park water service is billed through 1 meter with residents sub-billed through the management company as part of the lot rent.
Okay.
Although the residents have paid the portion of their portion of the management company's funds, have not used to pay the to keep the water. They haven't used the funds to keep the water bill going. So yeah, that's how that is.
That's a major issue.
So I just sent you the article, Kristopher. If you want to put that up and read it, that's what the paper wrote 10 days ago. So, and I sent it to you.
Oh wow! So did people know this was coming?
No,
10 days ago.
Yeah, they didn't know
it. Relocate in 10 days.
I think the residents knew like the day before the Board of Works meeting. I think that's when they found out, like literally the day before.
So it says Board of Works votes to proceed with the water disconnection process. The Alexandria Board of Works held an emergency meeting on Friday, August 8th, to discuss and vote on the disconnection of the water utility service to the mobile home park located at 1411 North Park Avenue. The mobile home park is owned by Mike and Kara, whatever name that was you gave me. And hold on, I'm gonna have to read it from my phone so I can see it. It's too small. Hold on.
So everybody's sending us stuff, which I appreciate this because we're all trying to.
Okay. Owned by Mike and Kara and managed by Park Place Communities LLC out of Arizona. The park water service is billed through 1 meter with residents sub-billed through the management company as part of the lot rent. Although residents have paid their portion to the management company, funds have not been used to pay and keep the water utility bill current. The Board of Works received information from Alexandria City Clerk Treasurer Darcy Van Erman, showing Park Place Communities representing the couple currently have an outstanding balance of $86,826.81 in unpaid sewage fees, as well as $1,702.35 outstanding balance of unpaid stormwater fees. Darcy told board members, the management company, and the husband and wife their monthly statements via email as well as U.S. Postage Service. She says, in addition to monthly billing statements, delinquent notices have been issued by the same methods. The clerk explained that she's had various conversations with the property owners regarding the delinquent accounts. She said the responses at first were sporadic, but have since stopped. Park Place Communities LLC and the couple are aware of multiple issues with leaks throughout the property, causing the monthly water and sewage balances to increase. She said the average monthly bill for the property is $8,000 to $9,000, which could be reduced if the leaks were fixed. Although the city has offered assistance, city officials are not responsible for, nor can they authorize to fix a leak on private-owned property, which I completely understand. Van Urban told the Board of Works members the last time the water utility bill for the property was current was in February of 2023, and the last payment received was in the amount of $2,000 in January of 2005. The clerk said she had tried to work with the property management company and the owners to work out a repayment plan. However, the owners would not agree to the terms of the plan offered. Each Board of Works member expressed concerns about the residents of the mobile home park and how the decision to disconnect the water service will affect them. They discussed perimeters of repayment plan to bring the balance current, as well as keeping the monthly bill paid in full. After the discussion, no member of the Board of Works was eager to make a motion to disconnect the water service, although they all agreed something needed to be done, including contacting the Indiana State Board of Health to make them aware of the situation. Eventually, Board of Works member Alexandria Mayor made the motion to begin the disconnection process. Sarah Collis reluctantly made the second. The motion stated a letter of disconnection will be sent via certified mail with specific terms outlined. The date of disconnection will be Monday, August 25th. There are 50 to 55 trailers, so there's a lot more than we said.
But no, they are still run down. But they need to be condemned.
Okay, so they're not all occupied.
They need to be condemned.
Okay, the motion included granting authority to the clerk to negotiate a payment plan to avoid disconnection with the following conditions: $50,000 to be paid prior to any agreement entered into. The balance would be paid in increments to be paid off within 6 months, as well as keeping monthly bills current. The Alexandria Mobile Home Park residents are not alone, as other community of Indiana owned and maintained by the same company was recently disconnected due to payment default issues. Those residents have been without water for over 2 weeks. Oh my God. The Board of Works. What?
I said it gets better.
The Board of Works members are extremely concerned about citizens in the park and hope to gather and provide information for assistance to hand out or offer to residents of the park. Board member Tim Smith stated during the meeting, "I know this is a necessary evil, but my heart goes out to the people who live there. All members of the board are concerned about the lack of support for residents from the management company, as the city has already received leak complaints from residents in the past. The mayor, along with Board of Works member Sarah Collis, will be visiting residents to talk about the situation and offer more information about the disconnect before the disconnection happens."
Somebody wants me to bring up, and I'm going to let Lisa speak on behalf of this, but they want me to say, make sure to note, the mayor never ever says anything in a meeting, but yet he made the motion to shut this off. I don't know. I don't go to the meetings, so I am just passing that along. I'll let Lisa take it from there. Lisa's the Alexandria person, everyone.
That's probably the third meeting he's been to since I've been videotaping, which I wasn't there that time. But yes, that is correct. He's either not there or he doesn't speak because the attorney tells him not to speak. Like, that's so 100% dead on. Correct. He doesn't.
So did you see the other article that you got, Kristopher? So there was an emergency meeting on August the 8th. I don't know about you, Kristopher. Generally, don't they give longer than 30 days for a disconnect, or we just disconnect? I don't know how we do this. So that's kind of the story there. But I want everybody to know, please, we're posting about this. Lisa did a live video tonight. I would encourage people to share this with news channels, share this wherever you can share this, to see if we can get some attention on this. I don't know if you saw Lisa's live video, Kristopher. Maybe we could play that. Are you on a phone? Are you not on your computer tonight?
Who?
You.
No, did you not listen to the whole first part of the show?
No, I was trying to get Lisa on.
Okay. Yeah, no. No, I am not. Something's we gotta. I'm trying to work through that at the same time. What's up?
So can Kate put stuff up?
I mean, I can put stuff up. I'm putting stuff up. I'm on 3 different computers. What do I need to put up?
Let me send you Lisa's video, and you can.
I got Lisa's video.
Okay, we'll put that up. That'll give people some perspective because she's actually out there, so it shows. You know. So you can see what the trailer park is, and a resident did come out and talk with her and tell her that this has been a problem. They haven't been able to get anywhere. And at the end of the day, I get what you're saying, that this is the responsibility between the homeowners and the people who own the property. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've got elected officials. They've got power. Where's Senator Mike Gaskell? Where's he at? Right in the same place he was at with Bingham. Nowhere. Where is Roray? She's the Indiana State rep for up that area. Where's she at? Probably nowhere.
No. Yeah, where's John Richwine? He's over the precinct. I mean,
where's John Richwine? He's our district commissioner. Where is he?
Yeah,
nowhere.
Where's Stephanie Manager? I called her out too.
And really, at the end of the day, what I hear screaming at the people, especially from the health department, it's not my area. It's not my job. Okay, listen. The entire county is the health departments. That's why it's called Madison County Health Department. It's not called, Anderson Health Department. It's not called Elwood Health Department. It's called the Madison County Health Department, where you're to serve everybody. As a matter of fact, Madison County Health Department, if you're looking at this and you're watching this, you better have that RV out there tomorrow, and you better be doing something to give water to these people, and you better do something with that RV that's actually productive for once. Why don't you take some food out there to these people? Do something, because they can't even cook.
Why food?
Well, they can't cook right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's true.
That's the whole thing is, we've got to do something. My other question is, there's got to be somewhere that we can get housing or something for these people.
Okay, so here's my thing too, is that this, yes, like hotel rooms. I completely agree with that. And, I was out there, and it's been a while since I've been out there. And I remember I've lived in Alexandria all my life, and I remember that place, and it was a nice mobile place. There was a lot of families, and now it's so ran down, and it's horrible. Like, it is like Bingham Square, like you said, Katherine. It's ridiculous, and these people shouldn't have to look like that. And like, there's cats, and there's mice, and there's rodents that are just running around. Like,
and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
And the health department and the building commissioner, he has every right to come in there and say, okay, so look, he goes to everybody else's houses and tells them that their grass is too high, but he can't go out to the trailer park and see how many condemned trailers there are. Like, come on, man.
It's just as bad that the Scotts Phillips edition where the Wyckoffs live.
Yeah.
Nobody could get involved. Nobody could help the Wyckoffs. The mayor's like, oh, that's not our area. The health department's like, well, it's not that bad. Why don't you just put some cement on it? I mean, I don't know. Why don't I just take some chewing gum out of my ass and plug the thing up? I don't know what you people want, but I am tired and exhausted from hearing this stuff. Okay? Let's do a job that the taxpayers are paying you to do. Now, if you guys can insert yourself with the Scotts Phillips edition, and now you got Larry Strange, you got Rick Gardner out here, you got all these people who want to start finding the Scotts Phillips edition because they're all starting to sign an RUD because they're against it and they're petitioning. Well, then I guess what you should be doing is inserting yourself for the Wyckoffs and becoming advocates for them, because clearly you guys can get involved. So you just played your own cards by saying, no, we can't, but yes, we can. So this double standard stuff, it really needs to stop because it's out of control. Yeah, I mean, that's what we said, Bree. The city told us it's private property and couldn't get involved, and no response for the health care. And that's what they told me. I mean, I've called, I've had discussions. Listen, I have been working on this since these people were calling me. I'm making those same phone calls. I'm asking those same questions. Oh, and everybody, just so you know, Stephanie Mellinger is out of town. So you're going to get that instant reply today because I did email her today. And it says if it's an emergency, contact Joe Davis. Oh, and I did that and no response. So that tells you how ineffective our health department is. Nobody have an emergency because the top two people can't even get their emails under control.
Well, yeah.
But the health department's supposed to be out there tomorrow?
Who?
That's what I'm
The
hearing.
health department's supposed to be down there. Isn't that what you're
That'll
saying?
be interesting.
Listen, they're not going to tell you, and they're not going to tell me, and they're not going to tell the public because they don't want us to show up.
I have half the mind. I know quite a few families out there. I have half the mind to go out there and just sit in a damn lawn chair and wait for them to show up.
Yeah.
But I just want to do that, and I just want to do a live. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I have to go to work until 5 o'clock tomorrow. I guarantee you they'll be there before that.
Well, and knowing those guys, they'll come like right at 8 o'clock or something and say, well, we were out there. You don't know how these people work. It's bad.
I sit out there in my lawn chair and get a tan.
Wait, I want to go back to this real quick. Someone asked, Capricorn said they probably didn't realize that the water was getting turned off. Who are they that you're referencing? There's a lot of they involved here. Who's the they that you were referencing, Capricorn? They probably didn't realize that the water was getting shut off.
I'm going to say something to Capricorn, okay? They didn't realize, or the city, $80,000.
Who they is.
Who is they?
Yeah,
that's what I'm
they'll tell us. But the city being $80,000 in debt is a city problem. This should have been addressed when they missed 90 days of payment. I mean, most of us, when we open our bills, if it's 90-day delinquent, we either get shut off or we get this. So the fact that this has been going on and they've not taken any type of, and like Lisa said, why isn't the attorney sending demand letters? Why aren't they putting liens on property? I don't understand.
This is a cluster all the way around. Because, look, I'm not expecting the city to just never get paid and just eat it. I mean, obviously the city deserves money for what's happening here. But But why in the bloody hell do you get $80,000? $10,000 would have been obscene.
Oh, yes. It goes way deeper, and we don't have time for that. But it goes way deeper. Where the water department's actually negative in a couple different areas for some reason when you look on Gateway. But it goes way deeper.
Yeah. So I encourage people to, inform people and get that information out there. Share Lisa's video. See if you can tag the news on it. So we want to move into the next topic, Kristopher. So let's see here. Let me bring that to Messenger. The big thing we want to bring everybody's attention to is we would like to have a big crowd on Wednesday night. It's at the Emory Lee building. And so I just sent that to Kristopher. This is to join the city officials and IDEM about the drinking water branch officials for an upcoming town hall meeting, which will be Wednesday, August 27th from 6 to 7:30. I encourage people to have your questions written out, your speeches written out, because they will do things to try to derail you and take you off topic. So having that written out will help. I also want to ask people if you could be so kind to bring a jug of water, put your name on it, bring some red Solo cups. Maybe I'll play the Toby Keith song, Red Solo Cups, and we can see how many of these people are actually going to drink up. So that's what I would encourage. I know that we've got some people who have been watching. They want to defend the water. That's great. Some areas, the water is fine. It's great. Some areas it's not. And we need to identify both. This way we can say, okay, that section's good, but we got to move on to this section. And the fact is, at the end of the day, the bottom line, we've got a problem with the water. I don't care what anybody says. We have a problem with the water. I cannot express that. It is not normal to have brown water. As frequently as have it, it's not. And here's the thing. If I hear another elected official or moron water person tell me that I'm not licensed or certified, or tell me how the brown water just has a little bit more iron than that. Well, let me tell you something. I am insulted over the fact that you think that you can tell me that because I'm not licensed or certified in water, that I'm not competent to do something. I'm competent to do a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I'm competent enough to diagnose people with cancer that they may have gotten from iron-rich water. Iron-rich water can also lead to Alzheimer's. It can lead to organ failure, organ damage, inflammation. So please don't tell me that the brown water is just some iron. It's not okay. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. So the next person, when we're at a meeting that tells me that I'm not qualified or somebody in that room is not qualified to collect water, we are going to have a pretty serious discussion. Because it's not rocket science. It's water. And so I just want everybody to understand that. So that's posted on my Facebook page. Please come. Please show up. We'll see that. What Capricorn says, if nobody, listen, for some reason, I can't see anything on our threads. I don't know what duck I'm in, but I can't see anything.
Yeah. You're a guest tonight.
If nobody that works there lives in the state, it's hard to get a hold of them already. Do you think they really have kept up with water issues? They likely have a revolving door of employees. Okay, I better not speak.
Wait, what are you talking about? What
At the end of the day, they can put liens on properties that these people own. They can put liens on these people's personal homes. They can file all kinds of things against these people personally that own this. So I got nothing for you on that, but that would take some work on the elected officials, the attorneys. Yeah. So they can do things. They really can.
Here. So I agree with that person. There probably is a revolving door of employees going out, and it probably is insane, and it's probably hard to deal with them. But look, you're in a job where like all these people are working like 10 to 2 with a 2-hour lunch. You know what I mean? These are not the hardest working people in America. These are not the people that built America. These are not the people that built anything. They're sitting on their asses. They're getting paid okay money for the little shit jobs they're doing. You would figure they'd be able to figure out a way to make things work and to not let something get to the point that it's $80,000 behind. And then it's like, oh God, well, we really, our hearts go out to everybody, but we're going to shut the water off. There are ways to deal with this before it gets that wildly out of control. Yes, listen, the only people, this is totally solely on the owners of the trailer park and the property management, but it's also on the city for allowing it to get that far and all that other shit. So that.
And the city should have done a better job that says in 90 days, we're shutting off your water. You people need to find a new place to live. Not that that's easy, because it's not. Believe me, it is not easy to find a new place to live. But giving them some leeway, that they can get things together and figure some things out, they probably should have done a better job at communicating that with people.
Yeah,
they voted on the 8th.
They were going to do it.
Well, they voted on the 8th, and it was emergency meeting.
Yeah.
Well,
what's the emergency?
They didn't know about what, 10 days, 15 days before they shut it off. Like, how fair is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just craziness. So, and I don't really know what Capricorn's comment is. You can't say one bad thing, or I don't know, one truth thing and then 10 bad things. I don't know. Everything I say is the truth. So at the end of the day, the one lady also said on there that this is a county health department issue. It really is, because the rodents, it overflows into other areas. But look at the culture of the health department, everybody. Look at it. Stephanie Mellinger, if you people go to my case and you start looking up, our attorney is Jeff Graham. So put Jeff Graham in there. That's our county attorney. You put that in there and you start seeing all these lawsuits coming in. You will see several from the health department who's gone after private homeowners, right? Those private homeowners have the same issues that the Wyckoffs had. So now, wait a minute here. You guys can go after them, but you can't go after your own commissioners. And you can't hold those commissioners accountable for what they're doing to private citizens, but you'll go and hold a private citizen accountable. It makes no sense.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it makes no sense at all. So if I were the Wyckoffs, I'd be like, listen, all right, the health department clearly knows what the rules are, because right here, look at it. They're suing people. They're making lawsuits against people. I'd be all over that. So at the end of the day, like the lady said on one of the posts, it's a county-wide issue. The Wyckoff's drain backing up, that affects the other neighboring people. It's a huge problem. And so, I'm tired of the health department getting this free pass, and they're allowed to do what they want. They're allowed to pick and choose who they go after. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. So let's go on to what also brought us here. It has been a crazy day about water, people, today. It has been off the chain. So for some of you who are watching the show, I have more than just my practice. And so I try not to talk about my other homes. And I try not to talk about any of my renters. However, the time has come where it just has to be that way. So, Bree had moved into one of my rental homes. Now I totally gutted the house, like ceiling to floor, everything went, and we redid everything in the house. And that was, I think Bree's been there over a year now. So
is she okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked with her earlier.
Okay.
We put in a new water heater. I mean, like we did all this stuff. So anyways, Bree's like, Katherine, the water is always brown. Well, I live in a house across the street. And so I'm like, well, mine's not, but I have all kinds of things on my house, right? So I'm like, everybody seems to keep complaining about this. And when I'm at the office, I'll see this brown water too. So I'm like, well, let's test it. So she's like, well, what are we going to test for? And I said, I really,
back up. Hold on. Capricorn, listen, all we can go off of is what the elected officials are saying in the meetings. All we can go off of is what the elected officials are saying in the meetings. And I didn't put this up earlier because it's hard for you to see, but I'm sure we can get you the link. Stand by. I want to correct this. We're not saying it's anything. All I'm telling you, I got no dog in this fight whatsoever. The girls sent me the paperwork, and I'm looking at what they've said, what the Board of Works have said. Where are you reading, and what are you reading from? Because I'm going to put the documentation up that I have, and we will see what goes on there. Give me 1 second here. Let me put this up here so we can clarify the record. Okay. So it's in the Alexandria Times Tribune, and the paper is from, it looks like
10 days ago.
August 13th, 2025. And it says clearly in the paper, I'm going to put this up on the screen. Now, you're not going to be able to see it. You're just going to have to go find it. But I'm pointing you into that direction. I don't know what you're reading, but looking at this article here, okay, again, I'm going to tell you where it says the bill for the property is let's see here. Where exactly it says it. Oh, I can see it better on my phone. The thing on the phone says, okay, so it says it's the 1, 2, 3, third paragraph. The Board of Works received, and I just read this to you. The Board of Works received information from Alexandria Clerk Treasurer Darcy Van Erman showing the Parks Place communities representing the Aaliyahs currently have an outstanding balance of $86,000. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Clerk Treasurer Darcy Van Erman, showing Park Place communities representing the Aaliyahs currently have an outstanding balance of $86,826.81. I don't matter what link you sent me. I want you to go look at the Alexandria Times-Tribune. Tell this person how they can look that up. How can they look that up?
Well,
you just Google it?
Here's the thing. You can Google this and it'll come up. If you are comfortable, Capricorn, because I have no idea who you are welcome to message me. I will send this to you. And no, I will not tell anybody who you are. That is not what we do. It doesn't matter. I've never done that to anybody. So, I'm welcome to get that to you. Lisa, did you post this article?
No, I didn't, but I have the
Lisa will post the article after the show. It will be on her webpage if you want to see it.
Right.
And here's the thing. It's not that I can't post it, but this is their thing up there. I'm down here in Lapel, and I got my own water issue down here in Lapel.
Okay, right there. It's there on the screen.
Yep.
The Board of Works received information from Alexandria Clerk Treasurer Darcy Van Erman showing Park Place. So here's what you've got to do. It seems to me, all right, somebody that is an outspoken asshole who's been involved in politics for over the majority of my life. It seems like everybody is so like up in arms. We got to prove that Lisa's wrong. We got to prove that she's crazy. She's manic. We got to do this. She's saying this. She's saying that. These people are doing this, doing that. Look, all that we're doing is regurgitating information that we're hearing from elected officials.
Right.
I don't know why they said this. I don't know why Darcy said this. I don't know if Darcy's in a habit of saying one wrong thing and one right thing and 10 wrong things, or 10 right things and one wrong. I don't know. But right here in this paper to these people at this meeting on the 8th, which I'm sure we could go and pull that video up if they're archiving it the way that they're supposed to be. And it says that they voted because they're $86,000, not even $80,000. We were wrong. You're right. We were wrong when we were saying $80,000. They're $86,000 behind. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Kristopher and I have been together for a while now. He's not going to have me come back on here all the time if I'm shooting from the hip. Don't know what else to say.
It's closer to 90,000.
Well, yeah, we're closer to 90 at this point. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
So a lot of balls have gotten dropped, and now the people are suffering. And so this is where this is wrong. We can split hairs on this, Capricorn, but at the end of the day, the people don't have water.
Yeah,
delinquencies went on for way too long, and more people should have been involved. I'm tired of people saying it's not my job and pointing the finger of everywhere else. Take some ownership, people. Let's help each other. We're all in this world together, and the only way out is together. So enough. Okay, we can bicker all night long, but enough. So,
right,
so now we move on to Lapel.
Yeah.
Now, Lapel, we're actually going to look at Lapel's meeting because it's quite interesting for those of you who are watching. And I have a post if you go to my page, and I have posted. And this is what it says. For those of you who keep getting chastised, berated, and told to sit down and shut up, that we don't have a water issue. We certainly do. Now, the reason why I bring up Bree is because what happened is when she brought this to me, I said, that's fine, Bree. Let's go ahead. And Bree's on here, so she'll tell you. I said, Bree, that's fine. She says, well, you want to only get these 2 tests? Like, we're only going to check for, and that's all we did really with Lisa is check for like E. coli and coliform, right? And I said to Bree, I said, you know what? We don't even actually know what we're dealing with in Lapel. Let's do it all. And she's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, it cost us close to $1,000. It took Bree hours of research. And I mean, for a couple of days, she read about how we're going to collect it, how we're going to do it. She videotaped herself through the whole thing because we knew we'd get caught on it. She came over to the office and got gloves. I mean, like, we cleaned everything. So I'm waiting. I am waiting for Clint to look at Bree and I and tell us that we didn't collect it correctly.
Yeah.
So this is, and so we go through this whole rigmarole. It cost us close to $1,000. We have to, do all this stuff with it. And some of it takes 8 to 10 months to get back. Like, you don't get it back right away. So we're going through this whole thing. And, this is one of my properties. So this is why I'm involved with all of this. But Bree's been the one who's kind of led a big research on the water concerns in Lapel, and she's done a lot of Superfund sites. Nicole Kapazinski, she has also been a big front line runner in exposing a lot of that too. So a lot of the stuff that's gone in Lapel, Nicole has also contributed to that as well. So I don't want to leave her out. And I don't think she's around tonight, but she has been a great. So all three of us, and now Lisa has joined in, and a couple others have joined in. We've pushed and we've pushed and we've pushed, not for us, but for the safety of all of us. That's a big deal. The issue with the homes in Lapel is they are about 500 feet from the elementary and the middle school. Now, could they be on a different line of water? Maybe. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this all works. But frankly, I'm exhausted from all the officials and their abuse of telling us that we have no voice, that we don't matter. But it's time. They've got to start listening to their constituents. Not all of us can be having these problems. And here's the thing. It's not just Lapel. It's not just Alexandria. It's not just Anderson. It's an entire county issue. Test your water and demand better. I get it. Some of you do not have that kind of money to test your water. Bree certainly didn't, right? But I felt as a landlord that I should do the right thing. And the right thing was testing for all of it. And so, and I was grateful that Bree was willing to do all the legwork on that. And that's where you work together for the same cause, And so, in this one, and when Bree sent me this morning, I just learned of this morning. She said, I got coliform. And I'm like, chloroform? I said, are you sure that's not coliform? And she's like, no. I said, send me the actual picture of it. And so she did. And so, Kristopher, can you see my Facebook page, or do you want me to?
I can see it. I'm up and running now.
I want to go through this, and then we're going to watch what the elected officials have to say. And I want you to follow along on the dates. Okay. So it's the post that's pinned to the top of my page. So this message, I believe, came into Bree. It's just a screenshot. And it says, my apologies for the delay in getting back to you. When the Indiana Department of Environmental visited a couple of weeks ago, they informed me that your home had tested positive for chloroform. In response to this, our team conducted our town testing at your residence on the 15th of this month. We anticipate receiving these results either later this week or early next week. As soon as I have them, I will be more than happy to share them with you. Okay. We've been down this circus show before. And we have watched the way Lisa was berated and told that she does not know how to collect water. And so this one, Brenda, we sent to the State Department of Health. Lisa has used HML in Muncie. She's used one in Kokomo. So, but this one now, and this is what's interesting. We did ours quietly in Lapel because we wanted to get everything back. I don't even know if Bree has everything completely back, but you can go to the Indiana State Department of Health, look at their website. They will tell you how much those things are costing. I'm afraid IDEM won't validate your results because it wasn't performed by a certified lab. If the Indiana State Department of Health is not a certified lab, Tweety Bird, we got a problem. And it's a huge, because that's the big hoo-ha. There, you can't go bigger than that. And that's why we chose to do it at that point. So this Brandon is in charge of the water. And it's interesting, as you go to the next page, this shows you the results of the coliform there from the kitchen sink on April 3rd of 2025.
Wait, what are we looking at here? Which one?
The second picture.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what the State Department of Health, what their obligations are, and how soon they have to notify the town and all that stuff. But so you'll see here, it's at 5.9 on the chloroform. Okay. Now, Bree has been in contact with IDEM, and and Clint, who is also the one at Lisa's meetings, said that it should not be in our water. Now, somebody has gotten on Facebook and was talking with Bree and told Bree that we should have some chloroform, that it can be used to clean the water. Okay, listen, it can, but it has to be under a certain number. Like this number is unacceptable. So that's what becomes the problem. And this is where we start getting these fights going on between people, because you have to look at all the information. So as we look at these numbers, then we go to the next page, because this is very interesting.
While I'm going to this next page, I want to say, yes, Rachel, I am going to that tomorrow. I think that I announced that at the beginning, and also to Capricorn or whatever. I don't know who James Peters is, so at this point, I have no intention of having him on. I don't even know who that is. Go on, forward, Ho.
So Kristopher tends to only bring one person from one area. He doesn't usually bring a whole conglomerate of people. Lisa kind of
reason, but I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, Lisa kind of represents Alexandria. I kind of do Lapel. I don't really. Bree usually takes care of Lapel. She had children issues tonight, which we understand that we all have young children. So she will be on Wednesday night. I usually only mess with the county stuff, is what I generally stay with. So, okay. So when you get on here, this Clarence Taylor, nobody seems to know who that is in Lapel.
Okay.
What's understood is there was a guy named John Nikoloff who was, and he was a good water guy. Well, he started exposing a lot of our water issues in Lapel and was bringing it to people's attention. What do you think happened to John? He's no longer with the city or the town of Lapel. And I think you'll have to look up in my case, but I think he actually had a lawsuit or something against the town.
Where is he at now?
Oh, they dismantled him. They obliterated him. No, like literally he can't work in water. Like they sent the state police after him. They did all kinds of things to kill this guy. It was awful. So
he can speak about any of it.
I don't know if he has a non-disclosure or not. I don't know if the case is finished, but I am fully aware of the whole situation. And so it was terrible. It was absolutely awful. So I don't know if this Clarence was the interim, but now we have Brandon on it. Anyways, look at the date on this. August 8th of 2025. It says there are significant deficiencies were found during the inspection. It's by Clint Wood.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. If Brandon's sample comes back that it's fine with chloroform, I'm literally calling it. I'm calling it bullcrap, because that's exactly what they did to Lisa up north. Suddenly, her tests were invalid. Lisa doesn't look like a crazy woman. I think she can clearly read. I think she knows how to collect water. I don't think she was digging in her rear end and then collecting the water. But that's how she was taught or treated. Like she didn't know what she was doing. That's the same thing they do to the Wyckoffs. And really, it's time to put that to an end. The last time I looked, you elected officials, you government officials, you put your pants on the same way we do. There is nothing different. You want to tell me about your certifications? Well, I'll tell you this. I know a lot of certified NPs. I know a lot of certified doctors. Doesn't mean they're good at what they do. And that's the same thing. Y'all can be certified. How do I know you didn't cheat? I mean, we look at Muncie all the time. They had a whole big thing with their medics and their firefighters up there on cheating on tests. So yeah, I'm not buying anymore. Okay. End of the day, you can take your certifications and put them right over there. And I'll take common sense any day, every day over all of that. So until you start showing me that you're better than me and that you've got something that's grander than me, I'll get on board with you. Until then, you need to sit down and you need to start opening your ears and shutting your mouths. That's what needs to happen in these meetings, because it is we, the people, that are being affected by all of this. And yeah, I am fed up because it's not right that any of us are going through this. And once you see this meeting at the town of Lapel that took place last Thursday, you all will be saying the same thing I'm saying. So you see how all this goes. They've got the deficiencies. The town put it up, but they didn't put the whole report up. Bree has since then, late tonight, she got the whole 69 page. We will get that up. Bree has been sharing it. We'll get that spread out so people can actually look at it. There's pictures and things in there. So we're going to do that. What really makes me mad when I was watching that meeting is they're like, well, this could be cleaned up, but it'll all have to go on the back of the taxpayers. You know, I'm tired of hearing that too, because you elected officials have a job to do. And I'm going to tell you right now with the town of Lapel, if you do not stop meeting before meetings, that is a quorum and it is illegal. And you keep doing it and you act like it's nothing. Many people have witnessed this. Keep doing it. Text each other. Do all these things that you guys think you're being cute about, because the gig is up. And the attorneys know you're doing it and it's wrong. There's a reason why we have rules and statutes that you have to follow. And it made me absolutely sick when I was watching the rest of that meeting on Lapel, that we've gone to a fire territory now, and we needed it. State Bill 1 kind of had an issue. They were able to get it through. And they nominated one of their elected officials to go be over that. With all these people in this town, that's the only person you guys can nominate? People, you should watch the meeting after what I've saw. But, you know, I'm just done and I'm over with it. People need to start thinking about who's running for election there in the town. So anyways, if we can you pull the meeting up?
Yeah.
Okay. So while he's pulling
what
that
meeting?
The one on YouTube from the town of Lapel, we're going to start at the 17-minute and 50-second mark. Now, what I want people to know.
Wait. Here we're getting sick of fake news. Says the only significant deficiency was for a cracked concrete slab at the water tower, not the water quality.
Really? See, and you know what? Let me tell you this. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of people who hide behind a false name because they can't bring themselves out here and talk.
Well, so let's figure out what this means. So why would someone be saying this?
Because it's that coliform. Here's the thing. Okay. Who would even think to test for this stuff? Who would do that?
I don't know.
Nobody. But Bree and I thought about doing it all.
Let me tell you, the reason why the water stuff's frustrating to me when we talk about it. I'm gonna tell you why it's frustrating to me, as compares with talking about green in the budget issue, or someone having an open door meeting, or this Muncie City budget or whatever. Because generally, when you're dealing with shit in politics, it is a coin issue. It's either heads or tails. It's either yes or no. It's either black or white. It's one or two. It's whatever. This issue with this water from point go, word one, the very first issue, it's been, oh, the water's clean. No, the water's not. Oh, the water's dirty. Yes, the water is. No, it's not. We cleaned the water. No, we didn't. No one knows. So
it's a circus.
This person's saying this. So how do we either
bring that message back up? Bring that message back up.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want from I'm sick of fake news. Okay, you're on here saying this. The only hold on. The only significant deficiency was for cracked concrete slab. So what I'm asking you, fake news, is instead of just saying that to me, send me something that proves that. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna show you where you can send it to. Let me know something that proves that. Prove this to me. Prove this to me.
Here's the whole thing is, if I was in my dean days, when he writes that, the only significant deficiency, that's singular.
Okay.
The IDEM report says significant deficiencies, plural.
Sure.
So you take that fake news and you take it right
Sure.
over there in the corner because I've had just about enough of it. And
Sure,
that's what I would
absolutely.
be writing on your paper if I was grading it. Okay. There's a difference between plurals and singular.
Sure. But so
Okay.
he's that person, whoever that is, he or she's saying that for a reason. Provide the backing information to that. Email it there, tspprogram@gmail.com. Make up a fake email or whatever you want to do. Email it to me with your real email. I won't tell anybody who you are. I'm not connected to these people. I'm just having them on my show. It is what it is. Send it to me. That way I'll keep you hidden, or I won't keep you. I mean, send it to me fake, whatever. But I'm asking these people for the same proof, and I'm going off their document. Let me tell you what I've done to the city of Alexandria. I've asked the city of Alexandria to provide me public documents to prove they're in the right and these people are crazy. And you know what Alexandria does? They stick their heads right up their backsides and they hide and play dumbass games and don't send me public documents that by law they have to send me. And one of these days they will put them in my hand. They might not like it, but they will do it one way or another. The public access counselor will either make them do it, or I will sue them after getting the opinion from the public access counselor, and they will do it. But one way or another, they will do it. They can hide for as long as they want. Might be 10 years, but they will put those documents in my hand. And so what I'm saying is, if they're so right, they wouldn't be hiding and doing this chicken shit bullshit the way they are. They would be providing me the documents. But so far, they're hiding their heads up their asses. And I get people coming on here saying one-line sentence, and nobody gives me the actual documents. So someone someone prove Katherine and Lisa wrong. I'll look at it.
Bree,
No
we'll
one's
be
done
happy. Listen, Bree, Lisa, we're all happy to listen to you. I mean, Bree is literally writing right here information coming out of the thing. And on this document from IDEM, it says they must respond to all the deficiencies, plural, not a singular deficiency, several deficiencies.
Sure.
Right? So let's go to this meeting, because this was written on August 8th. And it says significant deficiencies. I want to go to the 17 and 50. Well, actually, I'm going to take you guys.
Where's the whole report? Where's the whole report? Bree said other people said they didn't post it. What?
No, the town. Yes, that's exactly right. The town of Lapel did not post it. But if you go to my Facebook page, I've already shared Bree's, and the whole document is there. That is, the town did not. The town only posted this page. Why that's the case, I have no idea. At one point, they took it down and put it back up. Who knows? I'm so over this. But we've put the whole report out there. Bree found it, and it's out.
So is there anything in the whole report that you put out that says this is wrong? Is there? Because this is, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. The first page says significant deficiencies were found during inspection, and then Sick of Fake News is saying the backside of the report says, nope, it was just cracked asphalt or cracked.
Yeah, well, I haven't had time to read it because I got it at 8:30, and I just walked in the door from work at about 8:29. So, okay, so let's move on. Bree can worry. She'll start putting some comments and some.
What am I putting up? And I'll look at the document.
Okay, so let's go on. You got the YouTube video from the town meeting.
Is it on YouTube? Is that what we said?
Mm-hmm.
From this past Thursday?
Yes. So what was that? The 21st? The 21st?
I got it.
So we're going to I'm going to take you a little further, and then we'll go back. I want to start at the 26-minute and 40-second mark, I think. Now, the town says, just call us if you have a problem. We'll come out. We'll look at your water. We'll fix your water. And I wish Bree were on here tonight because she has taken the water. Other
At what
people have
time?
taken 26 minutes and 40 seconds. They have taken the water up there and nobody's really wanted to address their concerns. And since they found out I'm actually the homeowner of this home, they've really backed down on proceeding with Bree, which, okay, but you're still going to address it. I promise you. Let's see if this
Any
is
other
where they
concerns or comments?
Can I comment on just one thing about the water real fast? About the safety concerns of the drinking water. Our water is tested daily at the plant. And then monthly, I mean, there's so many water tests that go through that plant that all come back normal within specs. So I don't think there's any safety concern on drinking the water. Yeah, the iron's high, it makes it brown. Let it run a little bit longer and it clears up. But as far as the water being dangerous or anything like that, it's not. If it was, IDEM would be honest quick. I just had IDEM here a couple weeks ago to do a random survey of the water plant to check it out, and everything came back fine. So as far as the quality of the water and safety of the water, I have no concerns about that whatsoever.
And for the work that was done, do you have like a schematic of the town so we know like which pipes were actually replaced so that if somebody else comes in, they would know?
We know what's been done and what hasn't been done.
Okay, could that be shared with the public?
You can look at it anytime you want. I have a big board at the office.
That shows which ones are new and which
fixed.
ones are not?
Mhm.
Because if there's like a certain area that is having issues.
They brought them, we had them from the very beginning. They brought them to us in 2020 when we started this project. That's what we went off was the schematic off of. That's what, it's not, if my thing's not on, it doesn't mean I'm not being recorded. So they brought us, when we first started this water project, I was on the town council in 2020. They brought big boards and showed everybody where they are. We still have those big boards and it shows what was replaced, what hasn't been replaced, and what, they went with the biggest parts to begin with.
Right.
We had some pipes, 14th Street was one of them. It blew a hole in it every week, I think back then. Every week we were replacing, digging holes down 14th Street. So we had to start with the worst ones first. So that's what we did.
I know we're all doing the best we can do with what we have.
Go ahead.
Alicia West, with the comments that have been made about the water, I just ponder, would it be worth, and I know it's extra work, but would it be worth to put it out on like the town Lapel update of this is the water project, these are the areas that we checked, that way people can read with their own eyes from you or Brandon or Teresa or whoever posts about the updates. This is where we checked. We're good in this area. This is where we checked, just to help. Again, you know me, I'm proactive. Just to help alleviate some of the question from our residents as to what's being done. Instead of, because I agree, setting on Facebook and complaining is no different than setting up at Woody's on the bar stool complaining. It's no different. If nobody's going to show up and nobody's going to be involved, then nobody needs to comment on Facebook. That's not what Facebook's for. It's not a political agenda. Do you want to be heard? Absolutely. Do we support that? Absolutely. But until every single chair in this place is filled with our residents speaking up and talking to our town council, nobody's going to know because these people aren't on it. They don't want to see it. So come to the town council meetings and get involved, period.
And that's something we may look at. Find out a way.
But in the meantime, that'd be excellent. My second question is, have we considered
And look,
hiring
we're just on our
someone
cell
that
phone
can
over
do
here.
grant writing?
What do we care?
Because I know that that would be huge for our town, not only for the parks, but for the town itself, redevelopment. Like, what can we do to get somebody to write grants and help bring funds in? The way Gary's laughing, I'm guessing somebody's already doing this.
Correct. We're already
So
on that.
where are we in that process? I'm assuming you're the grant writer, by the way.
I'm not the engineer, I'm not the grant writer,
Okay.
but we're working with the grant
See,
I
nobody
feel like
knows.
If we're working with a grant writer, would that be for all across the boards? Or would that be for just specific things? Like, I realize at a national level, things have been cut for now. So what can we do to expedite funds to this town besides infrastructure?
We're working with the grant writer to get infrastructure
See?
grants.
He's not even drinking the
So
water.
Water, sewer, stormwater.
Okay,
So you can get $750,000
right,
for each one through the state, and
exactly,
we are working
okay.
specifically for the sewer right now. We're also looking at water.
All right. So what's
And
happening?
that could
Yeah.
very
So now
well
we
turn
want you to
into
go back to 17 minutes
the
and 50
grant for some
seconds.
other projects too.
So I
Or-
think if all of you were listening to that, they clearly
Please,
said there's no problems with our water. IDEM was
Sure.
just out here. Everything's fine. Well, that's funny because according to that August 8th report, it's not so fine.
That's why I was shaking my head. That's why I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what was like. It was almost verbatim of what they were telling me. Like, what in the
Nothing to
hell?
see here, folks. You're the
Well-
crazy ones. There's
Like-
nothing here.
Okay.
Literally, they said the exact same thing to me at that meeting. The exact same thing, but different wording, but same thing.
So the
That's
only
why I
thing
was
these
shaking my
people
head.
get certified in is the same lies. That's it.
Well,
This is how you answer the people when they catch
Yeah.
you with dirty water.
Yeah.
okay. So to be fair, I while that guy was whatever was we were listening to there, I can barely understand what they're saying. But while we were listening to that, I went back down and looked at this 19-page document. Okay. And so to be a bit fair to Sick of Fake News, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items on here. So that's more than one. So, you were wrong there. There are 6 items that are of concern on here on this report.
So it's not just
So,
one.
Catherine was right, and the report's right where it says significant deficiencies. And look, I don't understand why they wrote significant deficiencies. You're going to have to ask the Indiana Department of Environmental Management why they wrote significant deficiencies. Because in their thing, now to be fair to Sick of Fake News, it says, number 1, a significant deficiency was identified regarding the reservoirs are not structurally sound. Inspector noted deficiency, storage tower. There was a concrete foundation pad that was visually broken up. So that's what Sick of Fake News is talking about. Okay. That was quoted as a significant deficiency. Number 2, a minor deficiency was identified regarding well in a pit is not tightly sealed. Inspector noted deficiency. Standing water was observed in well. Ding, 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 ding. Now, to me, that's a problem. That is a problem that needs to be addressed. And if you go on down on this report, they talk about that needing to be addressed. So that is there. Okay. Number 3. Minor deficiency was identified regarding well components are not maintained or operating properly. That is a problem. Okay. Inspector noted deficiency. Number 4, minor deficiency was identified regarding system does not have a storage maintenance schedule in place and records kept. Again, that's a problem. All right. Moving on. Number 5, minor deficiency was identified regarding system does not have a storage maintenance schedule in place the 5, I already read that. 6, minor deficiency was identified regarding routine maintenance schedules are not established or adhered to. And all of those things can lead to issues with this water and other issues. So, they list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minor things and 1 significant, and the major significant thing doesn't appear to be a water issue, but I guess they thought that 5 minors and 1 significant leads to significant deficiencies. All of that being said, if there are issues in the water, this is just one reason why those issues may be there. It has to be taken care of, and it is a problem. And there are tests coming back all over Madison County that there are issues in the water. So these things have to be addressed, whether we like it or we agree or whatever. There is an issue there.
There's a
Even
69 page report that's come out too. So I got both these reports back to back tonight. There's a 69 page report that we've got problems with the new town hall that's got a plume by it. So there's that deficiency. And this is what I want to tell you people. Kristopher said we've got 5 minor, we got 1 significant. Well, I'm going to tell you this. People come into my office and they have colon cancer. I'm like, well, could this be minor because it's stage 1 and we've caught it early? It could be. But sometimes that minor issue then begins to work faster than what our drugs are, and it starts to go to other parts of the body. So if you don't address these minor issues, you can have a whole body issue.
Absolutely.
And that's the reality of it, people. So, we can get into semantics. And again, what bothers me is when people come on here and they want to derail what's at the heart. At the heart is the problem. The problem is the Wyckoffs have drains that don't effectively drain. It has contaminated the area. It has backed up all over, and it's made people sick that don't all know that they're sick yet. People, you know what? Maybe you've got a thyroid issue. It can come from the water. There's other things. You don't have to have a cancer. Maybe you've got rheumatoid arthritis. Maybe you've got lupus. There's a number of things in the environment that can cause you to be sick. It doesn't always have to be, cancer. But the whole premise to all of this is that it's become a sad day for all of us that we now have to take our hard-earned money and do the jobs of these people who say they're certified or licensed. And there's no accountability whatsoever. I'm telling you, if I make an error in my office, let me tell you something. It's on me. The healthcare profession, we are not allowed to be wrong. It is held to this standard, and it's craziness. That's why so many people are getting out of medicine. Because we're human people. None of us get up and say, who can we kill today? We get up and pray that we don't miss something today. But we're not perfect people. This to me is gross negligence. You just got on a live video and professed to an entire town that there are no problems, but yet in August 8th, you were told there were significant deficiencies. This in itself, every one of these elected officials have lied to the community. The water department, Brandon, has lied to the community, and all of them. The attorney is sitting right there. Jeff Graham is sitting right there. Now, I'm going to give Jeff a little bit of latitude because maybe he hasn't seen this report, but at the end of the day, he is going to see this report. I can guarantee you he is going to see this report. And I guarantee you somebody better be apologizing to the people for being misled. Because that's exactly what's happened here tonight. So I'm tired of the switch and bait. I'm tired of the crap. There's too many of us having problems. Too many of us. And it's county-wide. Delaware is worse than us. Delaware County's water is worse than ours. I don't know when, Kristopher, but that's water is a tough topic. Because Lisa went and tested hers, and then these guys think they're slick, right? I mean, it's almost like you have a guy and he's dating me and he's dating you, Lisa, and he thinks like we're not going to put the pieces together. It's the weirdest thing with these men and their mentality, right? So they come back, they test the water 3 weeks later. Well, it's like a urinary tract infection. It's like strep throat. If you give it a couple of antibiotics for a few days, you're probably not going to get the same results. So if you people think that us women are like not paying attention, well, we are, and we're not dumb women. And I'm going to tell you something. We're not going away, and we're not going to get quiet.
I
Now,
had a man call me an idiot this week.
Yeah. I mean, this
Like,
is how crazy this is.
Yeah, really? Yeah, I'm far from that, but whatever.
You know, and that's the whole thing. And water is a tough subject, because if we're not all testing at the same exact time, we're not all going to get the same results. And here's the other thing. If we're so far off base, I guarantee any of you right now, you send in a records request to Teresa with her running her mouth on here and her saying, oh, we've got this week. Okay, why don't you show me how long it is to get your records? It's the same crap that Kristopher's putting up with in Alexandria.
It's taken me, it will be a month, the 30th, that I asked and requested for the water report and logs for the water department. And Darcy responded the same night, the same evening, and said it had to go through the attorneys. And I'm still waiting to hear from the attorneys.
She told me that, and I've just started emailing directly with the attorneys.
Well,
and are you getting anywhere?
The last thing, I should be hearing something this week.
Yeah. I mean, this is the whole rigmarole here, people. I'd be real interested, even though you get copies of like the logs, I would be interested to go and look at the logs in person and see if they're written in pencil.
Can you do that?
So, you're not supposed to, but they have been writing in pencil, and that's been going on in Lapel.
No, that's not what she's asking. She's saying, can you go look at them in person?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so I can walk up, I can go,
yes.
my little happy ass down P Street to the water.
You should be able to.
There's a law that, like, they're supposed to show you stuff on demand.
Well, all right. Back up before we get a bunch of people doing a bunch of crazy shit. Yeah, kinda, but also not. Like, so you can go in there and say, hey, I want to see this. And if they're busy or whatever, like, you can go in there and demand an appointment, and they can set it, and you can go in and look at it. They can still say, like, I don't have time to do this right now.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go in there. That's why on my record requests, see, I always get these people that it's always funny to me. I get people that's like going to teach me things, which, like, look, I'm still capable of learning new shit, but I didn't just start doing this yesterday. I try to get people to use my record request because I have had multiple attorneys help kind of put this shit together, and I've used it through almost the entirety of Luke Britt's time in office, and I have had amazing luck winning either complaints when they don't give them or just getting people to get them. But the number one thing I include, I don't just submit a record request saying, hey, I want these records. I always include, I want the opportunity to inspect or get copies of. That way, when they come back specifically, because you'll get people to come back and be like, well, okay, we'll give you these copies, but you owe us, like for a body camera, you owe us $700 to prepare the cameras. And I'm like, no, I don't want it. I just want to come look at it. And they have to give you the space to go in there and look at it. They have to set that up for you. And then you can use your own equipment to make copies of it for free.
Take pictures of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I will, Megan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
so
let's
show this real quick at the 17-minute mark of 50 seconds.
On the property, because it could affect your home value. Not only, let alone our house. That's the first and foremost. Health. So that's my concern. I just want to bring it up and say I'm open to whatever options we need to look at or consider, but we definitely need to look at something because it's still not right. It's still not right. So,
she's saying the water's not right in a
you.
new housing addition we have in Lapel.
To answer your question, the water project is complete. It did not replace every main in town. And I believe it only replaced maybe a third.
I can hear it.
I believe maybe it only replaced a third of the mains in town. We still have a very old infrastructure. The water department has been doing spot checks 2 to 3 times a week. I haven't looked at it currently. Has there been any issues other than the ones reported to us in those spot checks?
No, the ones that reported the brown water, a lot of them were higher in iron than what we would have at the plant, but that's to be expected once it goes through the distribution system because the infrastructure is so old. I mean, to touch on like the Tuscany thing, like yes, Tuscany has brand new water mains out there, but it travels through the old stuff to get there.
Right.
Like it doesn't travel through new pipes just to go to Tuscany. So that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's just the infrastructure is old and it's well water. We're not the only town that sees brown water. I mean, Noblesville, Pendleton, I mean, everybody, if you pull from a well, the town sees brown water. We're not the only ones.
Okay,
So,
I want you to pause that.
Well water usually.
Let
is
me
cleaner.
tell you something about Brandon. He is freshly certified. They gave him this job with the contingency that he would get certified. And I want you to know, Brandon, it is unacceptable for you to just say it's old. We have old cars that run pristinely. We have old cars that have been taken care and maintained. And let me tell you something. Brandon has literally stood out in driveways and in lawns and screamed at people. That is not how you behave in your role. And you know, this, and if you have time to go watch this meeting, I encourage people, you can listen to some of the constituents, but you can start at the 1750 mark and you can go on. Play one part for me at 35 minutes and 15 seconds. This is about certification.
What time?
35 minutes and 15 seconds.
somebody, I mean, they are employed by the town. We hire, it's a company called UMAC. He's here every day.
But we don't have our own person.
I'm gonna work with that. They have 2 in classes now.
Yeah, actually, I'm part of my thing during utility update. All
Well, just real quick, and you can answer this one real quick. How long does the person have to work in our facility before they can be licensed for our facility?
2 to 4 years.
So the fastest we could get somebody is 2 to 4 years.
Okay, stop right there.
You can take your
Stop
test,
right
your
there.
license.
I am going to lose my mind. So we have somebody working in our water who's not certified, takes 2 to 4 years. So you mean to tell me we have nobody out there in the world who we can pull from with a resume who is certified? Oh, that's right. You ran the people off who were certified, who were actually telling you that we've got a problem with the water. We've got water without locks on it out here in Lapel. Now, we have a very good community. People don't mess with things. But this right here saying, oh, it's 2 to 4 years, let's just justify this. So you mean to tell me somebody's running the show on our water that's not certified? And we got all. So I don't know if Brandon has ever gotten a certification or not. Somebody needs to do a records request on that. That's the other interesting thing. IDEM said that Neil McKee is over our chlorine operator. Does everybody know who Neil McKee is? Neil McKee is the head of water for the city of Anderson.
Okay, I thought so. I thought that name sounded familiar. I didn't know who that was, but yeah.
Oh, let me just enlighten everybody. Brandon's not certified because he's taken the test twice and he's failed.
We had one of those here in Alexandria too.
So there you go. You know, if you're going to stand up there and talk to us like we are beneath you, you know what? We're just going to have a full-on discussion. You know, and they say, well, if you want respect, you got to give respect. Well, where's the respect in this? Where's the respect for the Wyckoffs? Where's the respect for Lisa when she goes to meetings? Where's the respect for Alicia or Christy or Bree when they're at meetings? Where's their respect? How about this? I'm talking to the community. I want you all to be aware that I've taken the test twice and I failed. So I really am not qualified to talk to you about this because I can't pass the test. That's what needs to be happening. But no, what do we do over here, Chad Blake? The same person who called me a jackass at a meeting. Oh, so Lisa, you got nothing on me, sister. Let me be clear about that. So So we got Chad over here going, well, how long does it take? Well, maybe it takes 4 years, Chad, because we let them take it so many times until we can pass it.
Right?
You know, this is the smoke and
Keep
mirror.
it going. I'll be right back.
And I'm going to tell you something. Alicia West is right. Until you fill those seats, until enough people are sick of it, nothing is ever going to change. It is going to continue. I don't, you know what, Meg? I don't want your excuses. I don't want to hear one word about something being a hard test. Every test is hard. But when you tell me or you tell any constituent because they're not licensed that they can't collect water, but yet you guys are taking all these samples that Brandon's doing, he's not certified. So how is he qualified? So
Right.
I don't want to hear this anymore. Right? You know, I have nothing to gain from any of this.
I have said the exact same thing. I have no reason to lie.
Right?
I have nothing in this. The only thing I have in this is for the people. Like there's no reason for me to say any different. I have
Right.
no reason to lie about anything that I say.
But I have everything to lose. I have
Yeah.
everything to lose.
Same
Listen,
here.
everything to lose. And if you think that they're not hunting me, absolutely they want me quieted down. But I can tell you this, if I don't have my practice and I'm not as busy as I am, I'll have nothing but time to do research.
And that woman is busy, let me tell you.
I mean, I'm telling you, I will have nothing but time on my hands. And at the end of the day, Katherine just wanted a morgue. That is all Katherine wanted. How I have gotten into the water and I've gotten into the LKQ project and how I've gotten all these other things. You would have just given me a morgue. This would be a non-issue. But I have been able to juggle, as they say. I've juggled all these balls, even though Russ Willis and all those guys put out all these cartoon characters that I couldn't juggle everything. Oh, I've juggled all of it. I've juggled every bit of it. And what I've done is I've exposed, and it continues to grow. I'm just one person, but now we've got Lisa up north. We've got Christy, Bree, and Alicia down south. We've got people in Anderson. We got Rebecca Crimson. We've got people everywhere. More and more people are finding their voice, but this is not a part-time thing. This is a lot of dedicated work. It's not easy. I can't be at every meeting. I mean, I just can't. And so I'm glad to see other people are taking this on. Lisa had the same thing at her meeting, and the way she was berated, how she was spending her own money. She was taking it to HML Labs. Now suddenly IDEM's involved, the city's involved, and now they're saying that it was collection error on Lisa's part. And so Lisa's like, well, what do you mean you need to be certified and all this? Then you shouldn't have taken my tests. You shouldn't have taken my money. And now all of a sudden say that the tests are incorrect. Lisa has done what she's asked. You know, this is craziness.
It is. Because, you know, like, again, like you said before, neither one of us have anything. We have everything to lose to be telling lies or not be telling the truth. Like, it does not make any sense of why we would be so outspoken if we weren't speaking the truth. And it's so hard because people don't. There's a lot of people that just think that we're just talking out the side of our head, and it's
well,
crazy.
and people keep saying, how can we help? Let me explain. You show up at meetings. It's where it all begins. That is where it starts and it stops. It's with we, the people, but it can't be just Lisa at a meeting. It can't be just me at a meeting. It can't be just Christy and Alicia at a meeting and Bree. It has to be, listen, you don't have to speak. Okay. You can send us a message. We'll speak for you. We need the fact that people have shown up.
Yep.
That's all we need. We got you from there. We'll take good care of you. Just show up.
Yep.
And once those rooms are packed, everything will come together. Let me tell you, right now in this county, they are refusing to fund our sheriffs. I have watched it meeting over meeting. Now the sheriffs are tired of it, and they're showing up at the meetings. That's what has to happen. Dispatch had to show up last year, but the people have to show up. Ask a question. Because you know what? When they don't answer it or they do answer it, now we have it on record. I mean, this is perfect. Tonight, Brandon's like, yeah, we don't have any problems. What do you mean? August 8th, we had problems. What do you mean? You had Bree's report from weeks ago. We had a problem. So I don't know. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how anybody can look at Brandon from this moment forward and believe anything that comes out of his mouth. Because he point blank just lied to you. And as a matter of fact, the town of council, Lapel, I get it. I get it. I try not to crap in my own kitchen. But you know what? When you get in front of the people and you deliberately lie to them, well, guess what? I can guarantee you he'll be at the next meeting. I guarantee you I'll be at the next meeting. And that's the reality of it. If you don't want to see us, then do the right thing when nobody is looking, because clearly you have shown all of us that when we're not looking, you will do anything you want. Well, the gig is up. I'm tired of seeing brown water. It's not normal. It is absolutely not normal. So the old infrastructure, well, we got this issue over here. Well, we've tested all the wells. I'm tired of hearing that. I want the water tested when it comes through the pipes and it comes out the other side. That's what I want. I want to see a video of you with that water and that you have a second person with you, that it's been sealed and signed and that it's been delivered and that it hasn't been altered or changed once you walk out. That's what I want. Because at this point, when you continue to tell us we don't know how to collect water, I don't know that that's not spring water that you're taking in your truck and you're pouring it in there and you're taking it to the lab. Because that's exactly what you have shown us to question now. So if we want to go ahead and start pointing fingers, we can continue to spin our wheels and waste our energy. But at this point, let's just be done with it. Let's admit we've got a water problem and let's move forward. Because that's a better use of all of our time.
Figure it out.
Well, that would be a good idea. I got a quick question for you. Have you been talking this whole time I've been off camera?
And I didn't even take a breath. That's how much oxygen these lungs are.
Nobody has heard you. I accidentally hit the wrong thing, and you've been muted since I've been gone.
Well, I didn't even have to take any oxygen. I'm saving it for you.
No one knows. I'm so sorry. It's been dead. No, I'm kidding. You've been going the whole time.
So, and here's the thing. Again, I'm pleading with the public. Please come to the meeting on Wednesday. Please come to the meeting.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, Katherine doesn't live in Alexandria. I don't live in Alexandria. Lisa's the only one that lives in Alexandria. And so Katherine's not going to go. She's got a prior engagement. I think still I'm going on Wednesday. Okay, I wasn't going to say what it was, but so I'm going to go on Wednesday. So I'll see you, I think, in person for the first time. Have we met before?
Right? I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll be up there Wednesday. I'm going to go and look, I'll help people, but it's not my fight. I can't fight the fight. Other people have to be there. It's got to be the people. It's like Lisa, but Lisa needs help from other people in Alexandria and other people from in Madison County.
I did meet a gentleman. I have been going to some water meetings in Kokomo, and I met a gentleman by the name of Rob Masters, and he is a retired water operation supervisor, and he's worked in Hamilton County, Howard County, Arizona. He's worked in several different places, and he is planning on meeting me there also.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited.
I've got a couple retired certified water people who used to work for the water company and who used to test. They are hopefully going to come and listen to what IDEM is presenting and has to say. They may not say anything, but I can certainly tell you they will come back with questions and information for me to ask, and I'm fine with that.
You can let them know who I am, and I would be, I will be there with my 2 little cell phones that.
Yeah. And there's no reason for anything to, get out of control or anything like that. People just want answers and people just want transparency. And what we saw from the meeting in Lapel from 5 days ago is that they don't know what those words mean. I guarantee you, if Bree sits down tonight and starts writing out records requests up at the town hall, she won't have it for 6 months. And then they'll say, well, we don't have enough staff. We're working too much. It's too busy. But yet there's a bassinet and a playpen up there, and they're bringing their kids to work or their grandkids or whatever. I don't, this is like craziness to me.
Okay,
I don't even know what the liability of
Bring
that
your
would be
kid,
right now.
bring your kids to work, but just do your damn job. I don't
Well,
give a
and
shit
that's
if
how
you
I
want to
am.
work, but
I don't care. I brought my kids to work all the time, but you know what? I always got my job done. I always made sure everything was done. So that's the thing. Do what you do, but make sure you're achieving your work. So we'll see what's going to happen. And
what?
My question will be if Mayor Nasal Road will show up to the IDM meeting, because he was not there the last time that the IDM meeting.
My question is, there should be a lot of people there from all over.
There should be a lot of
elected
people.
officials.
If I remember correctly, I don't remember if Todd was there or not. I'll have to go back and look. But
I don't believe he was he, Catherine? I don't think he was.
What?
No, I don't
Todd
think
wasn't
he
at
was.
the other meeting.
He wasn't at the IDM meeting with Clint and Mark. I don't think he was there.
18 years old, AF.
And there's him and a lot of the I wonder if it's kind of going to be like the RUD meeting that they had, that they just had little tables set up. I'm really interested to see how this is going to work out.
listen, Cindy, I'm bringing red Solo cups. I'm going to have Toby Keith playing in the background, red Solo cups, and I'm going to start passing those red Solo cups out to everybody. And I'm going to say cheers. Okay?
Yeah.
That's how that's all going to be. I just no, they don't drink it. And even when you take it up to the town hall in Lapel, they look at you like you got 5 heads.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole bottom line to it. The reason why the town of the city of Alexandria with this water item's going to be there. Clint is the water tester for all of Madison County.
I think it's for this region, because I think he does.
Is there somebody have a cricket
in Delaware?
All right.
Are
Do
you?
you? Is that get out of here? You're not even mic'd.
So that's the whole thing. Is Clint should be able to answer. And here's the thing. Lisa will have this on Facebook Live. If Kristopher comes, maybe Kristopher, because Kristopher has X and YouTube, he can put it up on video that other people can see it as well, because that's a whole different audience. But the questions are the same for all of us. And here's my question that I'm going to empower all of you. Is brown water normal?
Yes.
I'm just going to tell you that. I get it that most of you have lived only in your area, but I want to tell people, I grew up in Marion County. Never once. And in a trailer park. Catherine does not have any silver spoon. Catherine's made her own life for herself. I grew up in a trailer park. Lived there till I was 23. Okay? And I want you to understand, not one time did we have brown water. I have lived all throughout. I have traveled the world.
She's from Cambodia.
The only time I've seen brown water, and actually it wasn't even, was in Haiti.
Did you have to wear those hats?
When I was doing mission work.
Oh, I meant when you were growing up, but.
So I bound my feet or something, you know.
Yes. Yes, that's real freakish.
So I just want everybody to understand this is not normal. And for you people who feel that you have been berated, you're not wrong.
Catherine's on.
You've got to keep moving forward.
You have to what?
Oh, listen, Bree, someone other than Clint needs to be there. Oh, there will be. There'll be elected officials there telling you what a dumbass you are. And yes, I can say that to Bree. She's not going to go cry in a corner. Bree knows I'm not saying that she is one because she's far from that. Bree is a highly intelligent person. So let me be clear on that. But that's what made me feel.
So let me just iterate the fact too, that in order to have any questions asked at this meeting for IDEM, it has to be written. So if you,
So bring your index cards.
What do you say?
You have to have written questions submitted to them in order for them to answer
Ahead of time or at the meeting?
I'm guessing ahead of time.
No,
how do you do that?
Hey, listen, bring up the City of Alexandria's Facebook page, Kristopher. It tells you what the rules are.
The what?
What the rules are. City
Their
of Alexandria.
Facebook page?
Yeah, their Facebook page. See, yeah, their Facebook page.
The Facebook page or their website?
The Facebook
They're two different things.
page
for what side? Town of
City
Alexandria?
of Alexandria.
Well, normally you say one and mean the other, so I have to double check.
Right.
Oh, AF, I've got a video of being screamed at in a meeting. Oh, but they do.
What's that person talking to me?
Oh, well, I just screamed out Mark Caldwell did to me.
Yeah, they won't call you a dumbass and so they do.
I've been slammed into a wall and handcuffed. What are you talking about? And arrested.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, they are awful.
I'm just a baby.
So, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, all we want is clean water. I don't think that's too much to ask. I mean, we're paying for a service.
What are we doing here?
The blue Facebook
sign that talks about the meeting.
It tells about the meeting.
Talks about the rules of engagement. Scroll down. Right there. Right there. Now read about what the rules of engagement are.
City of Alexandria invites all residents to attend a town hall meeting with city officials and representatives from IDEM Drinking Water Branch to address concerns about Alexandria drinking water location, the Emery Lee Building, date Wednesday, August 27th, 6 p.m. to 7:30. This meeting provides an opportunity for residents to stay informed, hear directly from officials, and raise any concerns they may have. Attendees will be able to submit written... Okay, so you can submit questions there. Written questions will be collected at the door. Your voice matters. Please plan to attend. That's good. So we can do that.
So
bring written questions with you.
Can they just pick and choose of which questions they want to ask?
Sure. I'm sure that's what they're going to plan to do. Yeah.
The rules only apply to you when it serves them. Understand this. Know your lane. Know your place. Yeah, I don't buy that.
What are you guys talking about? Crown. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because Bree is a princess or a queen.
They just come to you.
It's that thing that YouTube does now.
Got nothing to do with us. We can't. We don't give them to you. YouTube gives them to you. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, YouTube does that. That's not us. I can't give anybody crowns or take them away. Even though I would really have fun with that.
You got to comment more, Bree.
Yeah, you just got to fire off comments.
And the thing is, you got to comment more and you got to come. See, Bree, you lost out there. You got light and then you had number 3 and you're not being number 1. Cindy Ponchet's killing it.
If you share the show with a bunch of people, you need to go share the show on all of your social medias. Share the link. That's the number 1 way to get it. To comment. If you haven't liked the show, make sure you like it. Tell other people to like it. Do all of those things and you'll get a crown and it'll never go away.
And I just want most of you to know that I haven't been able to address any of her stuff today because Kristopher has me hidden in the duck and I don't know why. So for all those that said hello to me, hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, nobody said hello to you.
You know what? I'm not talking to you. So we've covered the water. We'll be back on Wednesday night to go over the IDEM meeting. I hope many of you will come and join in or send a friend. Bring a friend. I don't, anything you can do, but the power is in the people. It's always been in the people, but you have to do more than just show up to vote. You have to show up at the meetings and hold these people accountable, because clearly they're not able to do it without us being there.
Yeah.
I stand at those polls and the people will say, well, I've done my civic duty. What, showing up at a primary and a general?
That ain't nothing.
Duty? That is nothing. And people say stuff to me all the time. I've been at this for 5 years. I've been dedicated to the county for 5 years. Kristopher, I don't know how many years he's been doing it, but it's a lot. Lisa's gotten on board. Bree's gotten on board. Christy, Alicia, these people who keep showing up. This is a big time. If you are not registered to vote, Kristopher is going to tell you to register to vote at indianavoters.com, 90 seconds or less.
That's really easy. Yeah, you did really good with that. It's www.indianavoters.com, voters with an S at the end, indianavoters.com, indianavoters.com, www.indianavoters.com. That is indianavoters.com. It takes you a very short amount of time.
Yep. If you are a Democrat, this is the time for PCs. PCs have a very special power.
You mean next year in January? But yeah.
So I encourage you. Republicans are Republicans do it during the presidential.
Yeah, we've already done it. We won't do it for 3 more years.
So that's a big one. If you don't know where to start and want to get involved in politics, that's a great place to start as a PC.
Many of those seats
and most of those seats are left open, and then your chairs get to just decide who's in them. So say that they love Lisa, right? And the seat's open down on Lapel. They can take her up into Alexandria, bring her down to Lapel, put her in that seat, and she's good to go. And so that's how they keep the power. So people have to start getting more involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yes. Felons can vote. That is a misunderstanding. In some states, that cannot happen. The only people that cannot vote in the state of Indiana are people that are not of age, people that are not citizens, and people that are in prison. You can vote if you've been in prison and you're now out. If you have a misdemeanor, you can vote. If you have a felony, you can vote. You can vote as a felon. Register to vote. You got to get registered. It's down at the bottom. It's very easy. It takes you 90 seconds to do it. If you've got your driver's license on your on handy, it's very easy to get registered to vote. It's very, very, very easy. It's quick, easy. If you've moved, if you've gotten divorced, if you've gotten married, if any of your information has changed, you might as well get on there and check it out. I tell people to get on there and check it out about once every couple of years anyways, just to be safe and make sure everything's good to go. I always do it. So yeah, absolutely.
And hey, AF, does my voice hurt? Listen, you obviously are new at this. Sometimes Chris and I can go well past midnight on these kind of things. Tonight is a light night. So no. And does Katherine need a smoke break? Absolutely not. I reserve those for all you people so that when you smoke them, if you got them, I'll be here if you need me to take care of you.
Yeah. Killers can vote. Absolutely. All the way.
So
I didn't know that either.
What's your good words for your people in Alexandria and your trailer park?
Keep up the fight. We're all in it together. If you need me, I'm here. Just DM me.
Well, that sounded lovely.
And then she will be at the meeting on
She'll be there. I'll be there.
Wednesday. Putting the good fight. Kristopher will be there.
I'll probably be sitting in my lawn chair waiting for the health department to show up so I can record that they're actually there tomorrow. You think
Listen,
I'm joking? You wait
I
till I'm
see
sitting
her-
here doing the fucking live.
On that Thelma and Louise. I see her on Thelma and Louise, you know, and she's over there in the trailer park and she's just hanging out waiting for people to show up. And she's got that launcher that has those rubber things that they used to have back in the old days.
Oh,
Yeah.
And she got some Daisy Dukes on.
I'll be sitting right in front of the sign that says Alexandria Mobile Home Park. Watch and see. I will be there at 8:30 in the fucking morning. I'll be there. I'll be there. Y'all be like, what the hell? I'll be there.
All right. Well,
we're waiting to see for it. So, all right. Well, Chris, thanks for letting us crash your show.
Yeah, thanks.
Always.
Don't run off too far, Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay here. Stay down below. Don't go anywhere real quick. I'll be right back with you all, and we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. We're going to get ready to wrap it up. Hey, before we do, I do want to tell you this. Listen. We're here 5 nights a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Political Spotlight is here 5 nights a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. As always, be sure to check us out. We will be back tomorrow, God willing. Everything will be fine and dandy. Listen, though. Remember, in just a little under 5 weeks, we will be going 6 days a week, but it'll be not the Political Spotlight. It'll be 5 days of the Political Spotlight, and then myself and a new co-host, Rachel Clark, are bringing you a brand new show. It's called The Bilbrey and Clark Show. That will be airing. The Bilbrey and Clark Show airs Saturday, September 27th, 2025 at 3 p.m. It will be not a live show. It'll be a recorded video like on YouTube. It'll be a conversational piece. And we'll be talking about random things, life events, current events. It will not be politics. It'll be us talking about things. We might have on a Playboy Playmate as a guest. One time we might have on a cult leader, someone that's been in a cult. We might have somebody that's been arrested for murder and went through the whole system. We've got a whole bunch of guests that we're trying to get lined up and going. So we got that going on and a lot of other things we'll be talking about. It'll be good. I hope it'll be good. Maybe it'll be horrible. If you're inclined to check that out, you can go to the YouTube page and check that out on YouTube. There's nothing there, but you'll want to go subscribe there. We need to get our subscriber count up there. We're going to start recording for that show here maybe the end of this week or the beginning of next. We're going to start doing some recordings. We're going to start putting out maybe some little clips here and there. But the big show, the big first show, episode 1 of the Bilbrey and Clark Show, airs Saturday, September 27th, 2025 at 3 p.m. And then it will air every Saturday at 3 p.m. after that. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on all major podcast hosting sites. It'll be on X. We will drop the link on Facebook, and it will probably be on Rumble. I'll let you guys know. I just hate dealing with Rumble. It was such a pain in the ass. This is on Rumble, but go check it out there. Go look for us on Facebook at Bilbrey Clark Show, at Bilbrey Clark Show. Facebook, Bilbrey Clark Show, everywhere, Bilbrey Clark Show. X is Bilbrey X Clark, Bilbrey X Clark. So check all that shit out. Hit us up on YouTube. Go subscribe early. Help build it from the ground up right now. And we can't wait to give you guys some great content there. I will be back tomorrow with all of the Muncie information coming out of city of Muncie based off the mayor's weird ass press conference that we're going to do at 3 p.m. tomorrow on the steps of City Hall. I'll have all that information for you. I'll have the finance committee information for you and everything else that happens between now and tomorrow. You guys take care. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and have a great Tuesday. And we'll see you back here tomorrow, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Like always, take care. Good night. Goodbye.